Alright, what I'm going to be reading today is from Mark 5, 1 through 18. It's the healing of a demon-possessed man. Starting verse 1. They went across the lake to the region of the Generases. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with evil spirit came from the tombs to meet him. The man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, not even with a chain, for he had been often chained hand and foot. But tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day, among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with stones. When Jesus saw him from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want from me, Jesus, Son of God and the Most High God? Swear to God that you will not torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus asked, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again to send him out of the area. A large herd of pigs was feeding on the nearby hillside. The demons begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs. Allow us to go into them." He gave them permission, and the evil spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank and were drowned. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported to the town and the countryside, and the people went out to see what happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by legion of the demons, sitting there, dressed in his right mind, and they were afraid. Those who had seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man, and told them about the pigs. Then the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. As Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, but said, "Go home, to you and your family. Tell them how much the Lord has done for you, and how he has had mercy on you." So the man went back and began to tell in Damascus how Jesus had done for him, and all the people were amazed. Okay, looking at this, this guy, this demon-possessed man, had been living in this town for a long time. Everybody knew who he was, and he was this crazy guy, possessed by demons. He was not dressed. He's this naked guy. Just picture him, this naked guy, hiding up in the caves and among the tombs, it says. Among the tombs. Okay, so this guy among the tombs, he's crazy. They try to bind him with chains. They try to bind him up, but he keeps breaking the chains off. He cannot be bound anymore. That's how strong the demons are. And yet, it says no one was strong enough to do him. Night and day, among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with stones. Okay, this is he's living in the tombs. I mean, he is so low, so out there. He is living among the dead, and among the dead he's crying out, looking for something. He's crying. He might not know specifically that there's a God. He might not specifically know, but he knows there's got to be something better than this. He's sitting among the dead, among the tombs, cutting himself and doing stuff. And that's so much like today. People in our society are living among the dead. They're living in they're gothic, emo. They're living among all these sins and amongst everything dead surrounding them. They're living among the dead, looking for life, looking for purpose. And you're not going to find it among dead things. You're not going to find something alive in the graveyard, in the tombs. It goes on to say, Jesus came to him, and the guy says, "What do you want from me, Son of Jesus, Most High God? Swear to me that you won't torture me." He said, "Come out of this man, you evil spirit." Okay, right there, this says, Jesus will come to you in the tombs, in the darkest places. Jesus, the Holy of Holies, will come to you. The Most High God. He will step into this low area to come to you. Doesn't matter how bad you are, what place you're in, God will always, He'll come to you. You don't have to be holy to get to Him. He'll come to you in your darkest areas. But then God, right here, it reads, God says, Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" He says, "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." What does that mean? For we are many. My name is Legion. When I picture that, what it means to me is that this guy, the demons living in this man, their name is Legion, for they are many. It's not talking about just this one guy demon-possessed. There's people today, just like back then, with those same demons, same legion living inside of them. Whatever sins he had, other people had those same exact sins. And for my name is Legion, and we are many. He's saying many throughout the whole universe, from back then all the way till now. There's Legion. There's many of them. People with the same sins, the sins that you might be dealing with. You got to realize there's other people out there dealing with them. There's other people that have dealt with them and got through them and been saved and forgiven. You're not alone. sent the demons out. He said the demons begged Jesus, send them among the pigs. He gave them permission, and the evil spirits went in the pigs. Okay, God can do this back then. God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. God can send a demon out of this guy. He can send a demon out of you. It doesn't matter what sin you're dealing with. God can forgive you and save you of that sin. Also, tonight is legions, we are many. It says the demon went out of this man. Okay, those tending the pigs ran off and reported this to the town. Everybody saw this would happen. They all knew this guy, knew what he was about. You know, the crazy man. You know, the homeless guy, the crazy demon-possessed man. They all knew him. He said they all went. They saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons sitting there, dressed in his right mind, and they were afraid. They saw him dressed in his right mind, and they were afraid. Okay, this guy who before was running around cutting himself, screaming at the top of his lungs, going crazy, absolutely nuts among the tombs, naked, now is sitting there calm, quiet. The man was sitting there dressed in his right mind, normal person like everyone else. The man that had always been crazy is dressed, he's now fixed, he's in his right mind, yet the people are scared. That says so much right there about today. We see people lost, surrounded, dying, living among the dead things in sin and lust and sex and drugs and alcohol and all this stuff. We know them. We see them going crazy. Yet, for some reason, when God fixes them, we don't want God to fix them because we're scared, you know? Oh, no. We want them to stay crazy, you know? We want that man to be naked, running around, cutting himself, can't buy him by chains, going crazy. We'd rather that happen than him be a Christian and him be saved and find Jesus and be in his right mind, dressed and clothed. I mean, think about that. That's what we're doing today. And it says the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. They saw this happening. They didn't want this to happen anymore. They pleaded, Jesus, just leave. We don't want any of this. All these miracles, we don't want that. And it says, as Jesus, people began, it says Jesus left and got on the boat. Okay? If we ask Jesus to leave, if we don't want Jesus in us, if we don't want Jesus to change anything, He will not. He will not. He is a very caring God and gracious God, but He lets you choose. If you're not gonna want it, if you don't want Him to, and you won't let Him, He won't. And so many times we're just like in our schools and in our nation, we're like, Jesus, leave. We're comfortable living among the dead. We're comfortable living in the tombs and going crazy. We're comfortable with that. Okay? We're more comfortable than that than you coming and giving peace and giving rest and silencing the screaming. We're comfortable. We're comfortable with that, you know, with that. We're used to that. We don't want any change. And God is leaving. Why are we not seeing miracles done in our school? Why are we not seeing miracles done in our nation like we did back then? Because we're not allowing God to. We're kicking Him out. We're saying, God, just leave, get out. We don't want to see any of this. And then again it says, the demon-possessed man wanted to get in the boat with Jesus. Okay? And Jesus said, no, go to your people and tell them what I've done for you. Alright, that's what we need to happen. People, if God does something for you, let everybody know. The main thing I want to get across is our society today is just like back then. Whether we know it or not, there's people out there living among the tombs. There's people today in our society, people in our hallways, walking around living among the dead. They're looking for something alive. They're looking for a God. They're looking for a way out. But they're looking for it amongst the dead, in the tombs, in the graveyards. And the thing I want to do to tell you is, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be living in the tombs among the dead and still be saved. God will come to you. Jesus will come to you. And if He can do it back then, He can do it now. You can be just like that demon-possessed guy. You know, have so many sin living inside of you. And Jesus can send them out. He can send the demons out. And what you gotta realize is, give your sin a name. Whatever you name your sin. God asked this demon-possessed man, what is your name? For my name is Legion. We are many. You gotta realize, the sin you're dealing with, there's many other people dealing with that. People have dealt with that in the past. People have dealt with that and been forgiven. God can forgive you for your sin. There's a way out. You just got to look to Jesus. He died on the cross for your sins. He can forgive you. And the thing we got to, and also, as a whole, Christians, we can't be comfortable with the demon going around, demon possessed, naked, running around crazy, trying to be bound by chains. We need to let Jesus come into our lives. to help us to help others. We want people to be clothed and in the right mind. We need to let Jesus do that, and so we need to invite Jesus in and pray so Jesus can do that and not constantly kick him out. And when Jesus will leave if you want him to. So and if something happens to you, something happens, you're saved. If something miraculous happens, don't just go get on the boat with Jesus. You need to go back to your town, back to where you're from. Tell the people you know, because that is what can help them. Um, God tells the demon-possessed man, go back to your town and tell the people. So sometimes you tell the people, and tell people what it's about. So that's what I've got today from Mark 5, 1 through 21. But I'm doing this way, the videos, because there's so much I want to say in the scripture. Like when I read this passage, there's so much that I thought that God spoke to me that I want to tell people. And I can't just do it by typing it up. It's a lot easier to talk. So I don't know if y'all like this, but just let me know. And I just encourage y'all to read the Bible. Pray before you read. That God speaks to you, because it's so much deeper than just the words that are on this paper. And pray after you read, so that you can remember what you read, and it encourage your life and others' lives. God bless all y'all.